Morpheus.
Greetings to you, ladies.
Is Morpheus really gone for good? Did Loki actually kill Daniel? And what's up with that post-credit scene twist with the kindly ones? Spoiler alert. If you haven't finished the Sandman Season 2 Volume 2, this video will be diving deep into all the major twists, character deaths, and that bittersweet finale. So finish watching, then come back, unless you like spoilers. You've been warned. Hey dreamers, welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host Spoiler Master. Today we are diving into the final 4 episodes of the Sandman Season 2, and wow, Netflix did not hold back. We've got gods betraying gods, the dreaming falling apart, Morpheus facing his fate, and Daniel stepping into some seriously big shoes. From jaw-dropping deaths to poetic goodbyes, this last arc wraps up the Sandman in the most Neil Gaiman way possible. Beautiful, brutal, and full of existential dread. So let's break it all down, episode by episode, and talk about what that ending really means, who's left standing, and whether Daniel is ready to become the new Lord of Dreams. Let's get into it.
If you are in need, hold the stone in your hand.
The beginning of Dream's End. Episode 7 of the Sandman Season 2 kicks off the final arc of the series, diving headfirst into the storm that's been brewing. Dream must now face the consequences of spilling family blood. The kindly ones, Furies, are preparing to exact their vengeance, and while Dream wants to save Dreaming, it's clear he believes his own end is near. Morpheus begins by visiting Destiny, hoping for guidance, but even the all-knowing sibling offers no help. The future, he says, lies with the kindly ones. Dream then turns to the fates themselves, bringing offerings in hopes of leniency. They remind him that revenge can only be sought if someone petitions for it, and unfortunately, Dream has no shortage of enemies, including Lucifer, Desire, and even Calliope. Meanwhile, Dream calls in a favor from the Norse trickster Loki, whom he once freed. Though details are kept vague, we later learn Dream wants Loki to bring Daniel Hall, Lyta's son, to Dreaming, grooming him as a successor. But Loki and his partner in chaos Puck have other plans. They scheme to kidnap Daniel and use it to trigger the wrath of the Furies against Dream. Elsewhere, Lyta and Rose arrive at the old Burgess mansion, now a care home, and unknowingly step into the trap. While they're distracted, Puck abducts Daniel, setting everything into motion. Dream, meanwhile, visits the mysterious parents of the Endless, Time and Night, hoping they might intervene. Time, cold and detached, offers nothing but philosophical fatalism. Night is gentler, offering Dream refuge, but he declines, choosing to face his fate. Back in Dreaming, his allies, Lucien, Mervyn, Matthew, and Eula, prepare for battle, despite Dream's insistence that Daniel will inherit the realm. Eula is hurt when Dream releases her from his service, though he gives her a powerful amulet she can use to summon him one last time. By the end, with Daniel gone and the trap set, Loki and Puck stand ready to unleash the kindly ones, signaling the beginning of Dream's End. It's a somber, high-stakes episode, showing just how far things have spiraled, and how little time Dream has left.
I await your command.
Did Loki kill Daniel? Things are heating up fast in the Sandman Season 2, as Episode 8 brings us one step closer to the final showdown. At the center of all the chaos, baby Daniel Hall, the future ruler of Dreaming, who's been abducted, and Dream's entire realm may hang in the balance. Previously, Dream revealed Daniel as his successor and tasked Loki with bringing him safely to Dreaming. But, surprise, Loki and his mischievous partner Puck have other plans. Instead of helping Dream, they kidnap Daniel to turn the Furies against him. Meanwhile, Eula returns to Fairy, where Queen Titania's obsession with Dream and the magical amulet he gifted Eula might spell big trouble. Elsewhere, Dream turns to his sister Despair and sees firsthand that Lyta Hall, Daniel's mother, is spiraling. Disguised as detectives, Loki and Puck planted sand at the crime scene, framing Dream for Daniel's abduction. Understandably, Lyta is furious and now fully convinced Dream stole her baby. To avoid more chaos, Lucien urges Dream to stay in Dreaming, but he seeks help from Joanna Constantine instead. He trades her the journal of Lady Joanna Constantine in exchange for help tracking Daniel. They visit the Burgess mansion, where Dream refuses to release Alex from eternal sleep, at least initially. After a heart-to-heart with Hob Gadling, Dream gains some clarity and finally frees Alex. Meanwhile, the Fates visit Lyta and drop cryptic hints about Loki and Puck's betrayal. Puck, now emotionally attached to Daniel, tries to protect him, but Loki tricks him and ultimately burns Daniel alive, or so it seems, and presents the remains to Lyta to convince her child is dead. Back in Dreaming, Dream revives Corinthian to assist Constantine, though Lucien is wary. This new Corinthian may be different, or not. Bottom line? Loki's betrayal may have just cost Dream everything, and the fate of Dreaming is on a razor's edge.
And hate.
Can Dream stop the Furies? Things are getting very real in episode 9, titled The Kindly Ones. Dream's entire realm is on the edge of destruction, and it all stems from a long chain of consequences, going way back to the tragic story of Orpheus. After learning that Loki and Puck kidnapped Daniel Hall, Morpheus sends Joanna Constantine to investigate, this time with a reformed Corinthian at her side. Meanwhile, Loki tricks Lyta Hall into believing her son was burned to death. But in reality, he didn't kill Daniel, he transformed him. Think, a twisted godlike rebirth, removing his humanity to make him a new Dream Lord. Puck isn't thrilled with Loki's deception and walks away from him. Lyta, devastated, is approached by Mad Hetty, who leads her to the Fates, now appearing as the Furies. They can't avenge Daniel, but they can punish Morpheus for his crime of filicide. Grieving and enraged, Lyta agrees to be their avatar and unleashes them on the Dreaming. Back in the mortal world, Corinthian and Constantine track Loki through a spell and eventually confront him. Just when Corinthian is about to punish Loki, Odin and Thor swoop in to capture him. Odin doesn't hold a grudge but warns, Dream's end is near. As for Daniel, Corinthian wants to take him to Dreaming, but Constantine convinces him to let Lyta see her son, before ultimately letting Corinthian follow Dream's orders. Meanwhile, Delirium sees two versions of destiny, which catches Dream's attention, because multiple destinies mean multiple futures. There's still hope. Unfortunately, that hope fades fast. Titania accidentally summons Morpheus using a stolen amulet, leaving Dreaming exposed. With Dream gone, the Furies invade, and the first to fall is Fiddler's Green, brutally killed by Lyta herself. Dreaming is no longer safe. The Furies are coming, blood has been spilled, and the final showdown is about to begin. Can Dream stop what's already in motion, or is his fate sealed? Is Morpheus really gone? The season finale of the Sandman Season 2 is emotional, action-packed, and devastating. Picking up from last episode, Lyta is wreaking havoc in the Dreaming under the influence of the Kindly Ones, believing Morpheus killed her son, Daniel. But here's the catch, Daniel isn't dead. Loki killed his human form and transformed him into the next Dream. So, yes, Daniel is alive, but not in the way Lyta hoped. Meanwhile, chaos unfolds in the Dreaming. Lyta kills Abel, this time, permanently, and poor Merv Pumpkinhead tries to hold the fort with a machine gun, only to be turned into mulch by the witches. Corinthian and Joanna bring Daniel back just in time, but Morpheus is missing, trapped in Fairy thanks to Queen Titania's obsession. Thankfully, Eula uses her one magical wish, a boon, to send Morpheus back home, proving once again she's one of the kindest characters in the series. When Morpheus returns, he tries to reason with Lyta, even visits her in the waking world, but it's too late. Realizing he can't escape the consequences of spilling family blood, remember Orpheus, Morpheus makes peace with death. In a beautifully tragic scene, he asks death to come for him. They have one last heart-to-heart before he dies, believing the Dreaming can only grow if he steps aside. As Morpheus fades, Eula confronts Lyta in the Dreaming, slicing off her head, not to kill her, but to wake her up from the witch's spell. Lyta realizes the truth. Her revenge was manipulated, and she played a role in Morpheus' death. Ouch! Finally, Daniel transforms into the new Dream, now a grown man, possibly carrying Morpheus' memories. With Jacob Anderson taking over, the mantle is passed, but the future remains uncertain. If this truly is the Sandman's final season, it ends on a bittersweet, poetic note. Morpheus is gone, but Dream lives on. Ending explained, Morpheus' funeral, Dream's future and a new beginning. Alright, let's talk about the Sandman Season 2, Episode 11, the true finale, and wow, what an emotional send-off. The whole episode revolves around Morpheus' funeral. After orchestrating his own death by choosing to be taken by Death, his sister, Dream's reign officially ends, and Daniel steps in as the new Dream. But not everyone is ready to accept this change. Matthew the Raven refuses to recognize Daniel as Lord. Cain is borderline disrespectful, demanding Abel's resurrection, which Daniel grants, by the way. Lucienne is stunned when she realizes Daniel has quietly rebuilt the castle, resurrected Merv, and even restored Eula's quarters. It's all part of Daniel's attempt to mimic Morpheus' rule, a way to anchor himself, because, even with Morpheus' memories, Daniel feels lost. But here's where things get deep. Through his conversation with Fiddler's Green, Daniel starts to understand that remaking Morpheus' world doesn't honor him, it traps him. It's a meta-commentary on reboots, really. Trying to replicate the past, even out of love or respect, often leads to stagnation. True legacy lies in learning from the past and evolving. We also get an exploration of family dynamics, especially among the Endless. Destiny, Desire, Despair, and Delirium give speeches mourning Morpheus, but it's Destruction, who skipped the funeral, who truly helps Daniel look ahead. He reminds him that while you can't choose your family, you can choose how you respond to them and your responsibilities. Then, the finale gets a bit crowded. We see Hob Gadling wonder if his centuries-old deal with Morpheus still stands. But he decides to give Daniel a chance, and maybe continue their 100-year meetings. Lyta and Daniel have a heartfelt reconciliation, where Daniel helps her release the guilt of everything she's been through. Honestly, she needed that closure. The only bit that felt off? Joanna Constantine and Corinthian's sudden romance. It felt rushed and out of character, especially since the first Corinthian was canonically queer. But hey, maybe the new Corinthian is still figuring himself out? In the post-credit scene, the Kindly Ones quote poetry, smugly believing they changed everything by destroying Morpheus. Ironically, their chaos did push Dream, and the Dreaming, into something new and possibly better. Whether they know that or not is up for debate. What do you think? Did Morpheus' ending feel earned? And can Daniel really live up to the title of Dream?
For good or for bad. It's done.
Our nerdy thoughts. And that wraps up the Sandman Season 2. From Morpheus' final bow to Daniel's uncertain beginning, this volume wasn't just an ending, it was a transformation. Dream chose to die on his own terms, but in doing so, he made way for something entirely new. Whether Daniel will follow in his footsteps or forge his own path, well, that's a story for another season, and maybe another dreaming. Now it's your turn. Did you feel Morpheus' death was justified? Do you trust Daniel as the new Dream? And what do you think the Kindly Ones are really planning? Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. I'll be reading them all. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more deep dives into the Sandman and beyond, and hit the bell so you never miss when the next story begins. Until next time, don't forget, dreams shape the world, and endings are just new beginnings.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.